Chilling the deep vibes here on The Pass. My name is Turtle. This is OG Constant. And behind the camera, we got Obi Ron.
Aloha.
How are you guys doing? How's your weekend?
Good. Mine was good.
Yeah?
Played a lot of Madden.
Right on. Hopping on that football train again?
I actually watched a lot of football, like I told you. Lots of high school football.
I called it, man.
And I watched the Seattle-Portland MLS game. Football.
Right on.
Told you.
Different kind of football. Different kind of footy.
It's football. This probably will end up having to be a string of videos because there's no way we're going to get all this into one thing because there's some positions that we want to hit. We're just going to basically tell you who we think the top person is for this year in that position.
Yeah, we're going to kick things off with quarterback, which is obviously the big one that people want.
Yeah, the main man, the guy, the face of the team, face of the organization in most cases. Who do we think is going to be the number one QB this year?
I mean, I'll start it off because I just got to get out of the way. It's Tim Tebow. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry.
No, he's
in the wrong
serious.
year. No, obviously I'm going to go with Peyton Manning because, one, I am a Broncos fan, and two, year after year, you can't stop him. The kid's amazing. Obviously, Seattle stopped him.
Yeah,
but
they did.
But he also broke a bunch of records, and I also think this is maybe his final year in playing NFL. Possibly because his contract's up this year, I believe. So he has to put it all out on the line.
Peyton Manning is your top choice for NFL QB this year, but you're also saying that he would be your top choice for quarterback this year
in fantasy football. Yeah. My backup?
Well, before you even get to the backups, and we won't get to the backups, just a quick reason why he would be your number one fantasy quarterback. He'd be your first
Why?
pick.
Because exactly why I said his time's running out. He wants to make a statement after the ass whooping the Seattle gave the Broncos.
Okay, all right.
You know, he's going to come out guns blazing. Unfortunately, one of his weapons is kind of injured. So
yeah,
but he's Peyton Manning. He'll make anybody look better. He makes me look better, and I'm not even on the damn team.
What are you thinking, Ron? First of all, top QB in the NFL this year.
I think from a stats perspective, if you're looking around, I agree Peyton Manning's going to have a really big year, and he's got a lot to prove. Whether it's his last year or not, I don't know. We'll see. If he wins a championship, you might be right. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a hell of a year. I know.
Wow.
It's Green Bay, and I always have to give Green Bay just a little bit of credit, and maybe that's just holdback from days of old. Peyton's got a little bit of age working against him, and he just continues to miraculously impress. If I'm picking a fantasy team, I'm taking Peyton Manning because with that team, he's going to put a lot of points on my fantasy team.
Okay.
But I'd say from a stats perspective, I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers.
Say Aaron Rodgers is the best.
Yeah.
Going to be the best QB.
Going to be the best QB in the NFL this year.
All right. Very interesting picks. I mean, some will argue, some won't, but not crazy. And I too am going to fall in line with something that's not crazy. Crazy for me, but not crazy. And I'm going to go with Tom Brady as my number one NFL QB.
For a second, I thought you were going to go with Cutler. I was like, ugh.
I want to go with Cutler. I love Cutler from all of a sudden. I don't even know why, but
baby Cutlet.
I don't even know why, but all of a sudden I'm just like kind of like a Bears fan all of a sudden. But
so you're picking him for your QB overall. What about fantasy?
But overall QB, number one QB in the league when all the smoke settles, I think it's gonna be Tom Brady. I think Tom is the man, and I hate that because I'm a Jets fan and he's ruined my seasons. As far as fantasy goes, the first QB I would take is probably, you know what? I'm going to stick with Tom.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because Tom, to me, is like Joe Montana. He's going to be slinging rocks, and he and Belichick are just one. And so Tom rarely lets you down in fantasy. He's always got the dump offs working. He's got the tight end working. He's going to rack up some points for my team, for my fantasy football team, I think.
Who would you be your backup? Who would you draft as a backup?
If I could have any choice, or who I realistically would think would be in a backup available at a backup choice.
Let's go with if you can have your choice.
If I could have my choice, realistically, my backup would be quarterback for the Bengals. God, why can't I think of his name right now? Andy Dalton.
Andy on fire Dalton.
Andy Dalton.
Ginger babies.
That would be my backup quarterback because Andy Dalton has AJ Green.
Very true.
Oh, that's a good call.
Very
AJ
true.
Green's he's for real.
Yep.
If I could have any backup, I would go with Aaron Rodgers. I hate to because I'm not a Packers fan.
That's
all right. If I could have any backup, I'll go with Peyton Manning.
There you go.
He's a good backup.
Fair enough. We want to know what you guys think. Who would you pick? Do you think we're crazy for picking ours? Definitely leave us a comment. Hit us up on our social media. We got Twitter. We got Instagram going. We also have a podcast, so check the description for the link and make sure to subscribe and leave a sweet rating and subscribe to the channel. This is the past, kids. Don't break your bong.
That's right. Don't kiss her if she got a mustache. And Doug, notice no one said RG3.
Whoops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, give you a few reasons why. And then maybe give you a little fantasy advice. Is that
Maybe.
a good way to sum it up?
What's your fantasy?
Well, if it's hoops, we know what hers is.
Hoops! Anyway.
Sorry, Kelly.
Chip, chip.